I can't believe I'd be playing Ratchet and Clank after playing Sly and then Jak. Who would have thought that when I said, hey, the trilogy of games from my childhood, barring Pokemon, or these three, that I would end off on the one that... I don't know if I would really say this one was my favorite, but the Ratchet and Clank series was definitely my favorite one. Like all of them, we kind of figured out they all kind of have problems with their initial game, except Jak. Jak was perfect. New game. Don't pay attention to the other save file. I had to try to figure stuff out. Did you know there are subtitles in this, actually? Contrary to Sly and Jak, but you can only do them in-game. Also, I heard this version of the game isn't very good. I think, from what I heard, this is a really lazy HD port.
Attach robotic ignition system. Thank you for using help desk technology.
I also don't believe subtitles work in these cutscenes either. It's only for, like, in-game. So FMVs, where the screen is like this, gonna have to kind of be quiet. So like Sly, I think Sly was pretty good for a HD re-release. Jak and Daxter probably had problems. Again, I don't know if the controls were the re-release's fault or if that's just how the game was. But I heard this got real lazy. Like they just kind of rushed this one out. Which, sadly, I don't think they would really consider fixing since they ended up making a reboot of the first game. Which in itself has its own problems. Like, what's the point of doing an HD re-release if you got a brand spanking new game that's just like this, but quote-unquote better? Look, it's like when Stitch flies away. Oh, he's going to that planet, it's filled with water, he'll never survive. Actually, there's like barely any water there. It's to be expected though, it looks kind of like a dirty planet. Which might be rude to say. It's like Tatooine. Maybe I should go check it out. Alright, in the game proper, we got our smacky smacks with the wrench.
We're here to offer you advice.
We got help desk, which just is the tutorial stuff. You can turn it off. I'll probably keep it on, just in case if I don't remember what buttons do. So, surprise, playing 2 games with wrenches. Back to back to back. I didn't want it to be this way, but Iconoclast is a lot longer than I thought it would be. So we can smack things real good, and then we can bomb things real good. But we won't do that right now, because these little frogs, they die real quick. And then the currency is bolts. Crazy. Also, music in this game, really slamming. I'm a real fan of it. This is also a good time to be playing this too, just because recent news was that Sony actually bought Insomniac, the developers of Ratchet and Clank, which is kind of a weird thing to say because for the longest time it seemed like Insomniac was already owned by Sony just because they mainly released games for it, for Sony consoles, which eventually I think Insomniac wanted to not be tied down, which didn't work out well for them, it seems. If they ended up getting actually bought by Sony. Oh, what happened with the camera? I don't trust anything.
That's nanotech.
Alright, nanotech heals you. Good stuff. Because, like, Insomniac made Ratchet and Clank and Resistance, which I don't have any... I never played Resistance, it just looked like a boring shooter to me. But I love Ratchet and Clank. And it's like, yeah, these are tied to Sony. These are Sony games. then Insomniac like decided to go off on their own to make the hit game Overstrike, which ended up becoming Fuse, which no one remembers because Fuse was bad and looked bad. Alright, these guys I want to throw a grenade at though. Overstrike looked so much better, and funnily enough kind of looked like Overwatch. I think that's just a coincidence, but it was always a CG trailer though, so I mean it probably was going to be about the same way it was when it did finally release as Fuse. And then with Microsoft they made a deal with Sunset Overdrive, which looked pretty good. I never played it because it was on Xbox, which I don't have. It's on PC now too though. And they like made a deal. There was like that initiative that GameStop did where they were gonna produce games, I think. And I think they only ever produced the Insomniac one, which I'm guessing didn't go well because GameStop I think stopped doing their thing. But it was originally, what was it, Songs of the Deep I think, which was like a Metroidvania in a submarine, which looked cute. And then they made Spider-Man for Sony again, and that turned out pretty good. So yeah, it's not surprising that Sony would buy them out, or that it would be the best deal for them. I also need to actually put subtitles back on.
You're quite handy with your wrench.
You bet. I built that ship with it.
Built it all by himself.
Currently, I'm in search of someone who could be of assistance in saving the solar system. Do you know where I might find that fellow?
Well, he's on the radio every week. Other than that, no. Hey, what's with all this save the solar system stuff anyway?
Hello, citizens of... My race, the Blarg, have a small problem.
I love the name
Our planet
Blarg.
has become so polluted, overpopulated, and poisonous that we are no longer able to dwell here. But I, Chairman Drek, have a solution. We are constructing a pristine new world using the choicest planetary components available. So, what does this mean to you, you might ask? Using highly sophisticated technology, which you couldn't possibly understand, we will be extracting a large portion of your planet and adding it to our new one. Unfortunately, this change in mass will cause your planet to spin out of control and drift into the sun, where it will explode into a flaming ball of gas. But, of course, sacrifices must be made. Thank you for your cooperation.
Cut!
And if you don't like it, you can take your whiny, sniveling, snot-nosed populations, form a line behind me, and kiss my... We're still on? Well, turn it off, you idiot!
You would think it wouldn't be a live recording.
The people on those planets are hosed. Well, good luck getting Captain Qwark to help you.
Actually, you could help me. If you could use your ship to take me to the
Maybe they just didn't edit it good.
Robot, I might be able to gather further information there.
Even if I wanted
Like that Ghost Hunter
I
video
can't.
where they
I'm missing a crucial
were clearly
component of
faking
the
stuff.
ship.
They just forgot to edit out the parts.
Robotic ignition system.
How did you know that?
I, sir, happen to be equipped with the latest in robotic ignition systems. My programming allows me to start any ship I choose.
So, I agree to take you to this wherever it is, and you get my ship started for me?
That is what I'm proposing.
Deal.
Let's get out of here. I appreciate how simple the plot
This could
is
be a
presented,
problem.
though.
Take care of it.
Just, you know,
Whoa, this is
we're making a new
great.
planet, gonna screw everyone
That's
over.
where I've been
Bad
stuck
guys.
This whole time.
Please return your appendages
Simple,
to the
clean.
steering mechanism, sir.
Huh? Oh, right. Sorry. Oh, and by the way, you can stop calling me sir. The name's Ratchet.
Pleased to make your acquaintance, sir.
You got a name?
My serial number is V54296.
Oops. I'll just call you Clank for short. Hang on.
Doesn't really seem like it's for short. But it's a cute name, it's a good title for a game.
Most beneficial if your citizens were not in the city when my workers begin removing it.
Preposterous! I will not stand for this.
Unfortunately, you have no choice in the matter.
Let's just see what Captain Qwark has to say about that, my good man. I don't see what's so funny. Captain Qwark could dispatch you without even breaking a sweat, you puny.
You have now officially worn out your welcome and my patience.
This is your last chance. Stop this madness now!
Okay, wait. You're right. I will withdraw my troops.
Really?
No! He's all yours, gentlemen. Try not to leave any marks.
Really got him with that joke about saying I'll do the thing you want. Psych. Good joke. Oh, that was a good landing. And that's the end of my story.
Where are you? Oh, sorry about that. Well, we're not leaving the way we came in.
Perhaps we could procure a ship from one of the inhabitants.
If there are any left.
There has to be a ship somewhere. I know this is the good music. I'll say as we go to each new planet. The good stuff. Always. Let us actually head this way first. Yeah, I think this will be the best place. I also like the, depending on your location on the planet, the music track kind of changes a little bit. Because now we got cave music. I know Jack and Daxter kind of did the same thing. I never really mentioned it. I think the music actually changed just a smidge for each NPC you were, like, close to. Which was a nice effect. I also think there is something in this room. Yeah, it's up there, but I don't think I'd be able to get it. Not even if I left those, crates. Ow. Oh, I didn't actually get hurt. Just this weird fan was just here. Terrible. Look at that face. Look at that cranky face. I'm so mad. Gotta make sure I don't fall. Also, I tried to shoot and it didn't work. One thing that sucks, triggers don't shoot at all. Main problem with this game, again, the sequels make things better. Also, I had to double check just to make sure that I wasn't just an idiot as a kid. This game does not have strafing, which is the best damn mechanic Ratchet and Clank ever got. Which I think it gets in the second game. So that's a little frustrating, not being able to strafe. The good thing is, if you've noticed, already failing. If you have noticed, the reticle for the grenades lock onto enemies, which is pretty convenient. I'm just gonna go this way. I didn't jump. Good. It's fine. We knew the stairs were over here. We knew it. Let me go. I need bolts. We need to get as much money as we can. Because this game is a metaphor for capitalism and commercialism. I don't know anything about that, but I think the Gaming Brit made a bunch of videos about it and how the future Ratchet games are bad. And by future, I mean Ratchet and Clank Future. That's the game series. I like it still, but I mean, we'll get there when we get there. I think, like, obviously going further in the games, the gameplay's always been good with Ratchet and Clank, and you can't tell me otherwise, as I almost fall. Except maybe this one's not as good, but...
Look, Plumber's crack.
What did you just say?
I said, look, the plumber's back.
All right, wise guy.
You
Shouldn't
smart
get one of them
aleck.
escape transports?
Escape transports?
Newsflash, giant robots attacking. The escape transports are taking all the rich folks off this god-darn planet.
So why aren't you on one?
Socioeconomic disparity.
What?
He hasn't got enough bolts.
Working people have to wait for Captain Qwark to save us.
Well, got anything worth a lot of bolts?
I got this thing. Shows two weirdos ditching their ship. It's got coordinates to a desert planet, too.
An infobot. Ratchet, we could use that.
So, if it wasn't made clear by the one that Clank had, why would I want to look around? Maybe just because the window's here? If it wasn't made clear by the one Clank has, you basically need to collect the info bots to get coordinates for those planets. I mean, the janitor, basically. Plumber. I don't know why I said janitor. They are different things. And also, I should really have defaulted to Plumber. But he also kind of made it clear that it's just going to be coordinates. So infobots get you to new places. You gotta go. Thank you. What a hero.
Did you just slide down a sewer pipe?
Mayday, mayday! This is the solar ship Radical. We seem to be under attack from the planet's surface.
Relax, kid. It looks like some sort of
Also, this game is very 2000s.
Whoa! That was close! Ah!
Pipe down, I can't concentrate.
But we've been hit!
An unexpected detour. When we land, I'll see if I can scare up an exhibition for you.
We're not gonna live that long!
Kid, let's M-screen!
Eject! Eject!
And by 2000s, I mean early
See that guy on the
2000s,
left?
obviously.
That was Skid McMarks.
Does he know Captain Qwark?
I doubt it. He's a pro hoverboarder, always going off about how cool he is.
Looks like he's in trouble.
I'll say. I've never seen him look so freaked out.
Gadgetron infobox
did
give
it.
you coordinates for new planets. Now
So we
that
can
you
go to
have
that
an
new
info
planet
on
now. I
planet
don't
already,
think we're gonna
no
want to
need to
go
find
there
a ship
quite yet,
there.
though. I mean, obviously, there's a lot we can do here. We got a map. We can see everything. I always appreciate it, the map showing you where you've been. And we slide down here just like the plumber did. See, he knew how to travel. So the thing I was saying before, gameplay's always been good with Ratchet and Clank. I think the bigger problem you can maybe start to have with them later on is how the story is presented. Let's not go that way. We should actually probably go into the Gadgetron vendor. Oh!
Hi there, Fuzzball.
What did they do to you? He's so squished. Oh, I don't... Did they stretch him? Oh, it's fine. Whatever. I can't...
Oh, that's
Oh, I can't afford that. Maybe I should go the other way. That's a...
I got some great bargains for you today.
So I guess that's part of the problem with this port being lazy. I don't know if port's really the right word. Is that like they probably just did the quickest way they could, or quickest thing they could to make it fit widescreen by I don't know, I guess just stretching everything. I don't know how that, I mean, I don't know enough about doing stuff with video games like this for porting to know why it would be like that. But it's my assumption anyways. I like these little bee robots. I didn't mention it before. They're cute though. For the most part, levels have their like big shoot guy like this, and then their tiny guys like the bees. The tiny guys usually are just attackers that you can kind of deal with quick, but they usually come in hordes, and then the gunmen just do gun stuff. They kind of work in different ways depending on who, what enemy type they are. But like this is early level, so obviously it's not going to be that big of a deal fighting any of them. I mean, if you saw in the earlier level, you had the ones that just shot electricity straight ahead. These guys are basically the same thing. I mean, they just shoot straight, about 4 shots, and then you can deal with them quick. Really, if I get hit, it's my fault. I don't think we can do anything around these parts. There's a lot of stuff that we'll have to come back for, but for the most part, those things are secrets that I mean, I will want to come back to collect, but it's nothing we really have to worry about. I have enough for that gun, so we'll get it later. One thing I like too, currency that falls from enemies doesn't actually leave. It stays on the ground forever, which is always nice. So you can collect that stuff pretty quickly. And then we just have to head this way, get as much as we can. Want to buy everything. Again, it's all just a metaphor for consumerism or something. That's why you have to buy everything. And why planes are shooting out bridges. Because of the damn capitalists. I don't know. I played this when I was like 8. I don't think I really considered how the world worked, or socio-economic disparity. I think that's what the plumber said. I don't remember things fully. That was a good aim. Good. While we're not hitting that guy, let's look at that quick game. Let me not sound. Subtitles, there it is. Haha, found it. Let's do that finally, because there was a couple of scenes that would have been nice to have those subtitles on. So then maybe we can know how to spell socioeconomic disparity. Pretty sure that was one of the cutscenes that you can have subtitles with. I think if it looks like it's standard definition or a pre-rendered, it's probably not going to have subtitles. Get all these bolts. I mean, you saw how much that first gun cost. It's only going to get worse from here. Grab that one too. If only there was a quicker way to collect these bolts. Don't worry, there isn't for a while. I actually don't remember when you can get a better way to handle that. I mean, if you can get a better way to handle that. I don't know anything about this game. It's only my childhood. Alright, we're basically almost done though. I don't remember how long levels really are. This one was always pretty short. I remember there being a decent amount though. So it's not quite as big as like the Jack worlds are, but I think there are more. So however that adds up, I guess we'll see how long it takes me to beat this game.
Don't hurt
It's
me.
that guy.
Don't hurt me. Oh, what are you? Mercenaries? Torturers? Assassins?
All of the
I'll
above.
tell you anything. Here, take my infobot. It's all I've got left.
Sir,
Whoa,
can
another
I-
planet.
Come on, let's see what he's got.
I think this is where we're gonna want to go.
Has this ever happened to you?
Yes.
Hi, I'm Captain Qwark, and believe me, there's nothing worse than staring down a Blargian snagglebeast from the inside and
Look at that
knowing your
hero.
equipment isn't functioning properly. That's why I come to Al's Robo Shack for all my electronic needs. Al has been the exclusive repair shop for my super electro gadgets since I was knee-high to a sand mouse. If Al can't fix it, it's not broke. Right, Al? You said it, pal. So if you're fighting crime, or just fighting grime, come to Al's Robo Shack in
That laugh was
Metropolis
good.
for all your robotic repairs. Al's Robo Shack, it's Quark-tastic!
Do you know what this means?
Yeah, Captain Qwark is really sold out.
No, it means Captain Qwark is on Metropolis. We could tell him about this invasion.
If we had a ship.
What? A ship? What? You're not going to torture me? Well, as planetary chairman, I could arrange for you to borrow our courier ship.
Cool.
You can
You
count
really
on us.
turned around from the whole assassin thing.
Thank you, your Chairman Shipliness.
Now that you have coordinates to 2 new planets, you can use
I mean,
your
I guess we
ship
always had to do this so we could get a new ship since we just crash landed the other one.
marked with a star.
But it's always good to be thorough on these planets. Also, again, to just generally grab everything. We need all these bolts. Even the ones from enemies still remain after the cutscene. Ain't that swell? One thing I really loved about this game, too, well, the Ratchet series, was how Ratchet and this robot called Clank play off each other as characters go. Like, you really didn't get any of that with Jak and Daxter, because, hey, Jak's a silent protagonist, and Daxter is just the smart mouth mascot. But now you got Clank being the, like, sophisticated one, and Ratchet just being a bumpkin, who does not wear a shirt. Which I honestly, I guess I'd probably feel more nostalgic for the shirtless Ratchet, and it has nothing to do with the, abs on him. Starting to feel things. What's the community quote? I hope this doesn't unleash anything inside of me. I don't think that's it at all.
This better not awaken anything in me.
I think there's stuff under here. Just to make sure I don't drown. I hope this doesn't awaken anything inside of me. That's it. With the Dalmatians. That's what Ratchet was. Thankfully, I kept that part of me deep down, and it will never come out. But I always have to fight it. Not really a lot of bolts in here. Not worth diving. I thought the help desk tooltip would have came up with something as I moved this lily pad thing. Yeah, here. Oh. Wait. Look at that. Is that bubble thing gonna just be in the... It's just gonna be in the corner now. Oh, this is... Yeah, okay. I see what people mean now with this being the bad... Not so great. I guess it's a way to play the game, and it's... You can deal with the visual stuff. This I know what the problem is. This was, basically the same reason why the, widescreen version of Buffy is bad. Is like a bunch of stuff you weren't supposed to see, is visible now, because it was just moved to the side. Like, because this was standard definition, the bubbles could just go that way and you won't have to worry about it, because you will never see it. But no, now it's just here, and they didn't do anything to fix it. I think with... I never actually looked at the Buffy stuff, but I think there's just, like, cameras and boom mics that you can see because you weren't supposed to see them, because they were in standard definition. It was easy. Can't really hindsight something like this. Well, I guess some stuff it worked out, but obviously it did not work out for Buffy, which, like, you can't really do much with that. The TV show's the way it is. I guess you could just leave it as standard definition, which is probably the better solution. Ratchet and Clank, though, they could have maybe done something. What did I do? If I hit the what was it, R3, does it open up the menu? That's weird. I don't like that. R3 just opens up the map. That's kind of awkward. That's base game stuff, though. This water's awfully oily. Maybe it's just regular water. I wonder if the bubble will go away if I, like, leave. I'll leave the map, and if it stays there, I guess I'll have to just save and reload and hope that it's gone. The good thing is there's not a lot of water areas in this game. But that's, it's not great. Not the best. I also forgot to buy the, Pyrocinator. I think that's what it's called. Not the right button to dive. Is there, like, a quick move button? I don't think we have one yet, actually. There are a couple water levels now that I'm thinking about it. There's... yeah. It's gonna be great. Gonna have to just deal with this. Oh, was that it? Was there not actually anything in here? I guess it was a way to get money. Strange. So yeah, we basically explored everything. There's like a smidge bit that we didn't. You can see right there. Just a little gray. Probably had some cool stuff. But oh well. Let's buy this new gun.
Hi there, Fuzzball.
Look, Ratchet loves it. Yeah. Looks bigger than he is. So it's a, you know, it's a flamethrower. Pretty cool. Alright, we can leave now. We did everything. We beat the game. Weapons are pretty good in this, but they're kind of basic. I think going on to the sequels is when you get the, like, zanier weapons that Ratchet and Clank is known for. Outpost X11 is where Tony Hawk crash landed. A planet full of people that don't recognize what Tony Hawk looks like. And Metropolis is where we are going to actually want to head off to. Because there's some good stuff here.